Good evening. It is Tuesday night. It is just past 7 p.m. And you know what that means, don't you? Yes, it's Wednesday tomorrow. Let's not all be glib. It is Cheltenham night. Yes, every Tuesday till that great festival, I will be discussing Cheltenham on here and giving you some stonking free content because I am Simon Holden. This is Holden's Horses, and Cheltenham this year is going to be a punting fest for Holden's Horses' free army of Cheltenham punters that I am building. These have been the most watched videos that I've done since I started the channel. So let's keep it here. Do please like and share them. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, because anybody who wants free Cheltenham content of the highest quality, please share this video with them and send them here. Now, I'm going to recap what we've done, but just very quickly, some housekeeping. I don't mean tidying up or anything like that rubbish. Some housekeeping. Mr. Carbonator, given this morning, 7-1. Each way, Bramwell, second. We'll take that. Place money. Thank you very much. And my first double shot, Lyamba, 11-2 into 7-2, 4-1, second. Bit of place money there. We live to fight another day. And I've got 2 more double shots tomorrow, but I'll talk about that in the morning, because tonight is all about Cheltenham. I don't know why I keep punching myself when I talk about Cheltenham. There's obviously some psychological reason, but that is for another time. Now, let's recap where we are. Last Tuesday, we gave the Glancing Queen in the Mares Novice Hurdle, the new race, at 14-1 and 12-1. So we're all safely on that. Full systems go. I'm going to quickly go through the anti-posts, have a general chat about where we are. And then I've got a free bet with a twist. And I must warn you, straight to warn you, I must warn you that this is not non-runner, no bet. This is a Holden's flyer for Cheltenham. And I'm going to be brutally honest, this may not run. So it's one for the brave, one for the risk takers among us. Now, we are on in a win lucky 15. We are on Brave Man's Game in the Ballymore Novices Hurdle. We are on Epatante in the Champion Hurdle. We are on Paisley Park in the Stayers Hurdle. And we are on Al Boom Photo in the Gold Cup in a win lucky 15. If you didn't see the first broadcast, it's a fortnight ago today. So if I have to then tell you how many videos it is back, then I suggest you stay away from these guys. So last Tuesday and the Tuesday before. Now, the reasoning was, I don't think new contenders have come out of the woodwork for many of these championship races. And I think it could be as you were this year at Cheltenham. And these horses were just too big. I also think Brave Man's Game is a potential new superstar from the Paul Nicholls yard, who's been struggling in the big races for a couple of years here, with the exception of Politolog, who I'll come to. And I just think he's found an absolute nugget. I think this horse could go to the very top in the next 2 or 3 years, starting by winning the Ballymore this year. So there's the win one. Now we took an each way flyer. We are on All Mankind in the Arkle. Non-runner, no bet, 8-1. We are on Politolog, 8-1 in the Champion Chase. We are on St. Calvados in the Ryanair, 8-1. And we on Tritonic, who's been backed in the Triumph Hurdle at 12-1. Now, we gave the Glancing Queen last week in the Mares Novice Hurdle. The festival markets are shaping up. I have stayed away from the handicaps so far. We're now 5 weeks away from the greatest show on turf. And let me just say, I watched Saturday and Sunday in Ireland, the Irish Racing Festival from Leopardstown, Dublin Racing Festival, with great interest. Now, just one word of warning. If a horse won easy there, it is not guaranteed to win at Cheltenham. It's a different track, it's a different pace, and it was a very much a home game, wasn't it? So I'm not putting you off any of the easy winners at the weekend, but I do think it was odd that some people within the racing media and some leading tipsters were awarding about 5 of the Cheltenham Championship races to horses that won at the weekend. There was none of the home contingent. Now, I know Ireland's been strong. There were some Irish race horses not there in contention. And I do think it's a very different track, could be very different ground and very different pace. There was a lot of easy leads given at the weekend. You don't get many easy leads in the festival. So one word of caution. But I have to say, a horse that did not win was the horse who I wrote down in capital letters, as I cannot wait to see this horse at Cheltenham. It's trained by Willie Mullins. His winner's got all the publicity, but there was a horse who ran on Sunday who got beat by Appreciate It, who is the favourite for the Supreme Novice, and was very impressive. But there was a horse who got placed behind it, who grabbed the last furlong in a way that made me dream of this horse running up that Cheltenham hill. His name was Blue Lord. He's trained by Willie Mullins. He's owned by the leading owners, Simon Manure and the other one whose name I can even pronounce less, Green Colours. Daryl Jacob is one of the retained riders. Blue Lord absolutely stormed home. Now, here's the thing. I've been scouring where he might go. I don't think he's good enough to win the novice races. I don't think he is. But he has been entered into the Coralcup market by Unibet and by Bet365. Now, I can just hear Mullins telling the two owners that, do you want to win at Cheltenham or do you want to run well in one of the championship races? And they have a decision to make, like all owners. I cannot see the horse winning, but I would love him in a fast-paced handicap like the Coralcup. He'd be on a very attractive mark, and I think he would storm up that hill and take quite a lot of beating. And I'm personally prepared to chance my arm that that's the logical way they will go. Now, it could be wrong. And if you do this bet, the horse may not run. I really want to stress this. The horse may not run. But if he does run, I see him going off 5-6 to 1 favourite. I really do. I think he is the ideal type. I think the further he went, the better, and kicking off a fast pace. And let's not forget, folks, Mullins knows what's required to win this race. He's won it several times in the last decade, and I think he will be salivating to get Blue Lord to run in a handicap at this year's Cheltenham Festival. And if he does, and I'm right, then we need to take the 16 to 1 with Unibet or the 14 to 1 with Bet365 for places. Now, there will be more places available as we get on the day. Some will do promotions. So again, but if I'm right, and modesty forbids, I often am, I think we could be sat on a 5-6 to 1 shot here. This is a flyer. The other bets are non-runner, no bet. We're protected by that. But if you want to land a real coup, sometimes you've got to take a chance in this game. And I'm prepared to stick my head above the parapet and say it's worth risking he runs. So tonight's update, Holden's horses, Cheltenham portfolio bet is a horse that might not run. But if he does, what is wrong with me? If he does, answers on a postcard, then we have a huge bet on our hands. Blue Lord in the Coralcup on Wednesday, the 17th of March. You have two options. You got the Unibet 16s. I know some people say, can't get on with Unibet, whatever. Bet365, I'm sure most people can with the 14s. This is not non-runner, no bet. At the risk of being boring, I don't want anybody coming back and saying, it's not running. So that really is, I'm laying it on the line at the point of excruciating repetition. Right, so we've recapped there. And I've stressed the point I want to get across to you today is do not fall into the trap of thinking that everything that won over the weekend is a cert. I know I've said it, but the weight of media attention you get on these short price jollies, many of them do get turned over. because it will be a vastly different race. There'll be bigger fields at Cheltenham. They finish up the Eiger. They don't finish on a flat track. You know, no easy leads, very different conditions. So we cannot just reproduce the Irish weekend and stick it in the middle of Prestbury Park. So don't get lulled in, is my advice. And remember, I bet Politilog 40s, 33s all the way down last year when everyone told myself and my private punters club that we were mad because things change at Cheltenham. And Cheltenham form is worth twice as much as form anywhere else. And some of these horses who won at the weekend have never been to Cheltenham. So there you go. It's been another good update. We've got a flyer. It's up to you if you join me in this bet, like anything. Never bet more than you can afford, and when the fun stops, stop. But I do think Blue Lord is and could be a handicap blot horse for the master trainer, Willie Mullins. And if he does run on the day, he won't be 14 to 1. He won't be 16 to 1. He might be 6 to 1. He might be 5 to 1. But we'll already be on. Right, have a fantastic night. Thank you again for watching. Give me the thumbs up. I hope you're enjoying these Cheltenham videos, because guess what, folks? There's plenty more to come starting next Tuesday. I'll be back in the morning. If you are watching this and just the Cheltenhams, please do join me every morning bright and early at 9 a.m, where I always have at least one free bet and access to the very best services there are, as recent winners will show you. So if you want to get to the platform, Mark Profit, I am the train driver, Simon Holdens. So this is my thumbs up to you for watching. Give us one back. I hope you've enjoyed the content. We are building up a strong portfolio. Let's keep it going. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for watching. And as always, take care of yourself.